On YouTube, just looking at the diff in my ZD racing buggy. I was losing power this morning to the rear wheels, so we're just looking at spinning them. As you can see at the front, you spin the right wheel one way, the left wheel should spin opposite the other, but it's not actually the case the whole time with rear diff. So we're going to begin by taking the body apart to the body off the car itself to disconnect a few things. I like to always take the battery case out when I'm working on diffs, because you do find that you need to get into some tight spaces with these where the diffs are mounted. And yeah, so first up we're just going to take both the wheels off. Use the wheels as a dish to store the nuts so they don't go AWOL. And later on, as I start pulling parts off, I'll stick them in a parts bag, because yeah, the tiny little nuts and bolts and screws and stuff are easy to lose. So I'm just using a cat play equipment gym thing to hold the car on while I work on it. So you can see it looks like it's covered in felt. Here I'm just taking the 3 screws that hold the battery case into the car, so it's not hard to take out and it gives you a lot of room to work with. And I'm just going to put that battery on charge. It's a LiPo 4 cell, and I'm going to charge the cells at 3.8 volts per cell, which is the storage charge. So I'll put that down, and later on I'll not forget to put the screws back in so we don't remember, in case we don't remember where they went, because there's a couple of different sizes there. So, yeah, not put too many screws in the bag, otherwise you won't know where they've gone. So this is why I always put my screws back in as soon as I can, just so you're not slowing yourself down on reassembly. Okay, so we've got the wheels off, we've got the battery case out of the way. As you can see, it's like there's a bit of room to play with. And now we're just going to take the hinge pins from the A-arms out. You don't have to do this straight away, you can do whatever order you want. We're basically just dismantling the rear end so we can get at the diff to inspect it, or just yeah, basically replace it. And yeah, the pins are pretty tight fit in there, probably because the shocks are still in place. It's probably easier to undo your shocks first and your A-arm linkages, but in this case I'm just taking them out first. And as you can see, I've got the torch here because the lighting's not the best in this studio. There's a couple of clamps that hold your sway bar in position. I'll take both of them out, put them in the bag. And as you can see, I haven't got too many parts in there because I keep putting the bolts back in if possible, wherever possible. There's your the top of the swing nut, the shocky, sorry, mounts. I find it easier to take the top ones out because the bottom ones is a bit harder to get to. Easier to line up top, I suppose. And yeah, take both of them out, and then once you've got the bulk of it out the way, you should be able to pull the whole assembly, the A-arms, without having to disconnect the shockies or the there's your dog bones. I'm just cleaning the all the dust and grit that builds up on them over the time. And as you can see, it just pulls straight out. You have to be careful you don't bend that sway arm. And put them all away with the wheels and the battery in the same place so you don't lose everything. And there we have it. We have to take that torsion arm screw out to be able to disconnect it from the body once we've got all the other screws out the way. And then it's basically, now it's just a matter of unbolting whatever screws might be holding the case together, and it's probably easy to do it while it's on the chassis still. Now we're at the stage of just taking the last few bolts underneath the chassis out, so we can take the plastic case off. You can see I've left the wing in place. It's just a lot of work taking all that stuff off, and you don't have to do it. So yeah, we're just taking the last bolt out the back. You can just see with my hands not in the way, and that should enable us to take the gear differential case off of the body. And as you can see, there's a few screws there, all pretty much the same size, but yeah, obviously different, so it's not too hard to figure it out. And there comes the gear case, nylon or plastic gear case, whatever you want to call it. And then you can basically just drop that housing out and inspect your gears there. Make sure nothing's damaged. Shouldn't be anything damaged off your spider gear there, off your propeller shaft gear, sorry. And that's not usually the one that gives up. It's the small gears inside that casing that usually you grind down just enough to stop you getting power through your to the axles. And if it feels rough, then you know that's definitely a problem. Should be nice smooth action when you spin them the opposite ways. And so now it's just a matter of putting the remainder of the screws back into the case so you don't lose them, and ordering some new parts. Thanks for watching.